Hi everyone, I am back to show you the layouts I got done in 2019. As you can see, there's the stack. I just did a video of what I got done between 2017 and 2018, which 18 was not that much. But I love to do it, so whenever I can, I do. I'm not like a lot of people who get a ton done every year. I don't have that kind of time. So anyway, I'm hoping this year I can get just as much done, if not more. So let's get to it. I apologize in advance for shakiness. I'm trying to hold a phone. I'm at my office on a break, and try to video and show you these at the same time. So here is the first layout. A lot of these I did for Calvin Ball. I also did a bunch for another Facebook group. I think it's called Scraptastic Inspiration. They do a lot of challenges, and I did a month-long challenge last year. So I got a lot of these done, which was a lot of fun. So this one I did. I love the challenges and in the inspiration. So a lot of these, before I get started, a lot of these might not always be something I would have done normally. So it makes you come out of your comfort zone a lot, or use different colors and different products. So I had a lot of fun. So this one, as you can see, was in my doctor's office, and I'm sitting there waiting for my doctor to come in, and I really started to pay attention. Here was this skeleton figure looking at the chart, and its mouth is dropped wide open, and I just thought that was so funny. It's like it's saying, what the heck? Anyway, say it nicely on air. I thought it was funny, so I had to scrapbook it. This, look at that. Bobcats sitting on the walkway at the beach where I live. Isn't that awesome? Someone captured that, and I had to make a page. There's a whole big family. Look at that. So I love capturing things like that. They're a lot of fun to remember. This one is one of my son and daughter-in-law when he got State Trooper of the Year for saving a man in a burning car that had rolled over. He actually climbed into the car to cut the man out while it was all on fire. So anyway, he got State Trooper of the Year. And since that time, he has actually, him and his partner saved a couple of children from a burning car. This is one for a challenge that I had to use the sketch that was like that. And when I seen these stripes, I thought of Star Wars. And this is me and one of my best friends at the Scrapbook Expo. And it was one of the crop nights that the theme was Star Wars. So I thought that was pretty funny. I had to hand cut a title, so I used some old stencils to draw it out and then cut that. So I thought it'd come out pretty good for hand cut title. I'm not great at that. And I used some of the ephemera and stuff I got from the crop and things like that. So I thought that came out pretty good. Did mixed media background and stenciled with modeling paste stars and stuff. So I thought that came out pretty good. This one is me, my son, and daughter-in-law at a Florida Gators game. We are Gators. My son was actually born there. I worked there for a few years. So it was fun to go back and have fun there. This one is my mom. Many years ago, we went on a hot air balloon ride on Christmas Eve morning because my mom wanted to go on a hot balloon ride, and my mother didn't like to fly, so we thought that was an unusual request from her. But this was a challenge. I had to use these colors and sort of a sketch that I kind of flipped a little bit and stuff. And I actually kind of liked how it came out. Not what I would have chose for colors, but I thought it came out pretty good. And I don't know if you see that, but it has a hot air balloon right there. That's a Chamel acrylic piece. And clouds that came with it. And I can see right now that, sorry, is coming off. I'm going to have to glue that. Sometimes things don't stick the way you think they are, and you have to add extra. That is also for a challenge, and I 8.5 by 11, and that's my daughter's cat. Little stinker wouldn't let me do my work. Used metallic watercolors for the background, and I was playing with it, so not exactly something I would have used normally. I probably would have cut it up and done something with it, but I went with it and used some really old chipboard flowers and stuff that I colored, and bird and stuff, so it was good to use up old stuff. A little different. Again, for a challenge. I love this paper, and that's my daughter-in-law, and we were out on the beach, and it was cold, but we were sea bean hunting, and I crouched down through the grass and took that picture, candid picture of her, and I like how this come out. As you can see, it's flowers, it's all textured, and it's from the Craft Box UK company. I love these papers. It's so beautiful. And a lot of this come from them, and then some of it was in my stash. And I had to use waves. In the waves, I did a stencil that I got from them with modeling paste, and then put some sequins in it. I liked how it come out. This one, more challenge. Most of these are challenges, I will tell you that. My daughter and my niece, many years ago, at my house, and those two are best friends. They look like the same height there. Now, no, they're nowhere close to the same height. My daughter's very tall. Loved this layout. So me many years ago, and my daughter, and my sister and her daughter, and I hand stitched all these hearts. And you can see the mixed media, a little bit of ink and splatters and sequins. I hand cut those butterflies, and I just really like how it came out. This was on a work thing, and we had this party. This was up in the Poconos, and so it was a Western theme. This part was on the tables. This was on tables. So and the sequins and stuff. So I just picked up a few, brought them home, and used them on the page. I already had this lettering, which was perfect. So that was fun. I don't do a lot of layouts of myself, but I'm trying to get better at it. This one is of my son when he was a teenager. Really liked how it came out. Sorry, my arms aren't long enough and hold the camera too. Not really going to show you that because that's somebody else's child, even though she's grown. I don't feel comfortable doing that. My daughter, when she was a teenager, so I liked how that came out. This was paper, and those words were already there, so it just kind of worked. Did this at the Scrapbook Expo. One night was Snoopy's theme, and I thought it would be cool to do one of my son when he was young, because that's what he looks like. Good grief, Mom, not another picture. So I thought that came out pretty good. I'm going to set this one over. This is a 2-page spread, again, challenge, that I did at that crop. And it's Star Wars theme, and it's Star Wars tradition. Me and my son, who is acting just as goofy as he can be, right there. He put the 3D glasses upside down and stuff, and he was just doing all kinds of things. But my kids make me laugh all the time. These are some papers that, before I forget to tell you, that I actually bought on Etsy and printed over here and over here. And I used them to peek through this paper that was bought from scrapbook.com. And anyway, our see, they're upside down. Our tradition is me and my son has seen every single Star Wars movie together. He has moved 5 hours away from me now, and we still will see every Star Wars movie together. And his wife, who was not into Star Wars, never seen one, she had to catch up. And they watched all the old ones, that were done before he was even born. Then when they start coming out with them again, we've always seen every one of them together, and she's with us on every one. So that's our tradition. So even though he's 5 hours away, we will still get together and see every movie together. This is one of those old papers that it looks like it's already layered and stuff. I've got a couple in my stash, and I used that one. Even put staples over on it and down here to make it look like it goes with those up there that are not really staples. They're just printed. Caught my son when he was young. Yes, he can actually clean. Another one at a different conference with my best friend from work. I was having a blast. When you get to have a little fun, it makes life a little better, especially at a boring conference. Me and my little girl, look at her, and she's so cute. She's my baby. So another one, another 2-page spread. This one, these little otters are in the pond out front of my office, and every once in a while I get to catch them, and I have a good camera, so I'm able to get some good pictures. So I love catching them. People at first didn't believe me there was otters out there. I said, yeah, they are. Aren't they cute? And I just love, every time I go by, I have to stop and look to see if they're out there. See, look at that. Oops. Kind of clear. Look at that. He's so cute. I found this paper at Hobby Lobby and loved it. And I was like, oh, how perfect for this. And I cut these otters and these hibiscus from my silhouette. Another picture of my daughter from middle school. Very old paper, used up. Feels so good when I use all these old things up. A picture of my son that's in my office with his second canine. And those notes are what I come to my office and found, because I was in a meeting. He came in. It's before he moved. And yeah, Mr. Funny left those notes on those pictures and on my computer to find when I came back. Another 2-page spread, which I haven't journaled on yet. An ex-boyfriend I had, that's his daughter. She's grown now. But on the pumpkin patch. Thought that came out pretty good. She's such a cutie pie. A picture of me last year at my birthday when I met my sister at this really cute little place. And she took that picture. I thought it came out pretty good. Did some mixed media there to match the papers. So, said I'm trying to get better with doing pictures of myself. Another one I did. That's from the same old paper as that one with my son. Old letters. And this is a silly cat. She got into a bag as I was unloading groceries and had it stuck her, and she was running around the house and it was flying behind her like a cape. Hint, super kitty. And the D is for Dory. That's her name. I was at a conference and in St. Augustine, and the name of the restaurant that I went to that was right by the hotel was called the Caddy Shack, because the conference was at a hotel, it was at a golf resort. And up in the corner was the gator with the gopher from Caddyshack, and I thought that was so funny. And my sister had come and met me, and I bought her dinner because her birthday was a few weeks before that. A picture of me and my sister from my birthday last year, another one. Again, a challenge, and I used up some ribbon here. And did some butterfly from sticker sheet and stuff. So thought that came out pretty good. And another one of me. You should be so proud. I never do these things. But I did this one. And yeah, I sewed the paper onto the background of the other one. Did some mixed media with some modeling paste. I didn't want to do colors. I thought it would be better as white. It would show up. Some words, cut out some butterflies out of some paper, fussy cut them. So I thought that came out pretty good. Again, it was for a challenge, and it's stuck against this one somehow. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. It's just hard to hold it and do it at the same time. Another challenge. There's my sweet little girl. And this cute flare from Scrappin' Happy Studio over on Etsy. And again, some older papers with the stickers and stuff. Another challenge. My son when he was a baby. And I love how I had these dinosaurs, and I stuck that one there, and the way he's looking, it looks like they're laughing at each other. Here's one of my daughter and her fiance. She gets married next January. I think they're at somebody else's wedding in that one. This is very near and dear to me, this layout, because my best friend went to Israel, and she took my Bible and sprinkled it with the water from the Jordan River, and actually wrote in the day that she did it, and it was my birthday on top of that. So and those items that you see on the Bible, she brought back to me. So, yeah, very blessed. And it makes me cry every time I think of it, so I try not to cry. I did this cut file and backed it with some older paper. A selfie of my daughter. I always tell them, if you don't want me to scrapbook this stuff, don't put it on Facebook where I can steal it. This was a challenge, and it was supposed to be ombre, and you had to make your own ombre. The watercolor darkened a lot more than I thought it was going to be, and this was some engagement photos of my son and his wife. This is a layout of my daughter-in-law with her dog. I'm at her house, their house, for a movie night, and I look over and they're both sound asleep on the couch, and I took a picture, of course, because moms do that, right? So I like how that came out. And this, I only got one or two more here, guys. This is my ex-mother-in-law. That was her car at the time. She loved that car, but she's since got rid of it. And that was some dies I cut. So, very simple, but I like it. This one is my daughter singing the national anthem for opening for the Orlando Magic. She's also opened for the president. She has a voice like crazy, but like how that came out. And then this, again, older papers. I use a lot of older papers, which I'm so happy about. And I love this paper. I love this paper. And so I fussy cut some of them out and tucked them behind and tore, you know, this part, tuck that, cut some of these over here. And this is of one of her proms when she was young. Again, a challenge. And I'm sorry, I'm going too fast sometimes with my phone. Some stickers, and a sticker book and stuff. So simple, but I think it came out pretty good. And that is all I got done for 2019, which is better than 2017 and 18 together. So that wasn't bad. Now let's see if I can beat this year. Anyway, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below and I'll try to get back with you. Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.